Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Bryan Casella, BC. Welcome to another video. If you're a first-time watcher, my name is Bryan Casella. I'm a real estate agent here in Southern California. I'm also a speaker, trainer, coach, anything and everything involved with sales. Welcome to my channel, okay? This video, I wanted to do something different, right? I'm still getting a lot of questions and complaints and people saying that they have certain challenges and issues with what is cold calling, door knocking, and just basically engaging in a dialogue with a stranger, right? And all the emotions and things that come with it. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a video in order to give you guys a fresh perspective on it, reframe a lot of the things that hold you back, and actually allow those same circumstances and things to help you move forward and get over your fear, right? So how to get over the fear of cold calling. Now this is a taboo subject for a lot of people. They don't want to do it. They're told that it's dead, it doesn't work. Let me be the first one to tell you that in 2017, the one who can communicate on a high level has the world in their hands. I'll say that again. The one who can communicate on a very high level has the world in their hands. We live in a society where everybody's stuck to this. Everybody. The art of communication has been lost. Go out right now. People will be out with their friends and everybody's on their phone the whole time. Okay, you know, you Snapchat here, you Instagram here, that's fine. But when the whole evening is everybody looking at their phone sitting in a circle, that's pretty lame in my opinion. But that's the world that we live in, and we have to accept it and then work with it, right? That's the matrix that we're in. So how can we get over this fear, right? Number one, understand that it is something you must master, right? The ability to engage in a dialogue with a stranger, whether it's over the phone and in person, and that becoming very comfortable and great at it will give you access to certain things in life, like I've gotten and other people have gotten who have, quote, mastered it, that the average person will never have, right? So number one is how to get over this fear, right? Well, the emotion of fear, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, that fear or emotion is never gonna go away, okay? We feel these emotions, and that's what makes us human. Fear, anger, happiness, cheerfulness, enthusiasm. It's not like you're gonna one day become a master at cold calling and it goes away. I remember I played basketball for so many years, and before every single game, I still had some nervousness. I still had some nervousness. And I remember one of my mentors at the time told me, you know what, dude? Because I used to let it kind of get to me. He said, think of nervousness the opposite way. You should be happy that you get nervous. Do you know why? I was like, well, what do you mean, dude? Like, I'm all like nervous. He's like, pay attention when you get nervous the next time, and notice how when you do get nervous, your adrenaline fires off a little bit, your focus intensifies, your body gets a little bit stronger, and you get like tunnel vision, focus on the moment. And I was like, you know what, man, you're right. So that same fear or insecurity you have cold calling, the emotion starts stirring up, that trigger, number one, is never gonna go away, right? It's all about you having an understanding and saying, okay, this is normal. This is just part of the human experience. And by having more understanding, it takes away the power of that emotion, right? Basically, it comes down to emotional intelligence. Having an understanding of your emotions, knowing when they trigger and why, and then in the moment, not just having a gut reaction to it. And the gut reaction right now would be, don't call, don't engage in the dialogue because you're nervous to approach or pick up the phone. Right? So you get this fear. Understand now, the second step, that it actually makes you better. So now when you pick up the phone or knock on that door, or you go that business to business, prospecting, it's actually going to have you more checked in, more focused, more ready, right? And I love it, actually. I've become accustomed to it, and I truly enjoy it now, because I know when that kicks in, it's like, yeah, it's on. You'll see a smile come on my face, and I'll get very excited. That's the first two steps, ladies and gentlemen. Just a simple understanding, and then two, knowing that that same emotion that you think is paralyzing you is actually in your favor. Reframe, that's a reframe. What else? There's this window, right? And if you study pickup as a man, right, it's called the 3-second rule, where if you see somebody and you want to approach a group, a person, and you want to go talk to them, especially men, we feel a nervousness, right? So the rule is within 3 seconds of making the decision, oh, them, you look, you go. So I'm gonna challenge you guys to also follow that rule, the 3-second rule. It's a great rule. Do you know why? Because you know, everybody watching from experience, that if you wait longer than a couple seconds, now the negative thoughts start creeping in, the stories start being invented, And all you do is just talk yourself out of it over and over and over again. And the longer you wait, the less likely it is that you're going to take action. We all know this, right? Think about a time right now that last happened to you. Whether it was in person, over the phone, or whatever it was. You see, that happens to everybody. It's happened to me too. But when you live and die by the 3-second rule, that's never going to happen to you anymore, because it's going to give you that like nervousness, but it's going to be like jumping out of a plane. It's going to be like a good nervous, like I described earlier, right? And then after a while it goes away because you get in the flow. And what you start doing at that point, this is the next step, is by doing that over and over, and you can start with little things, right? It may just be showing up on time, waking up on time. As you build that muscle, now this 3-second rule, this emotional intelligence, this barreling through fear starts to become easier and easier and easier. And you begin to feel more of an ease doing it. And then you go into it saying, oh, this is when the emotion is going to hit. Oh, I feel nervous. Let's go. It's a matter of maturity as well. Because really, take a step back and look at it this way. Let's say you set a goal to make, I don't know, $200,000 this year. What are you telling the universe, or whatever you believe in, that by you picking up the phone and being nervous and not doing it, what are you communicating? Are you communicating that you're worthy and deserving of that goal? Right? Let's say you're doing this for your family, your wife and your kids. Are you willing to go back to your wife and kids and say, sorry, wife and kids, I'm too much of a pussy to pick up the phone and call, so you guys aren't going to have that trip to Disney World this year. Or we're not going to have that family vacation because I'm too much of a wuss, I'm too scared to pick up the phone and dial. Or approach that person, that business person, or go knock on that door. What I'm saying is, what's on the other side of this, quote, fear, right? I tell people there's like a delicate, it's like the little, that little scale, you know, that they would hang, those little things, and they would put items on it. If this is your fear, and this is what you want out of it, right? The result of you conquering this fear, which, number one, before I even say this, there has to be a reason for you to do this. You're not just calling or going business to business or whatever just for fun. There has to be a reason behind it, guys. There has to be a reason. And if that reason, right, which has to be, of course, dear to you, right? Let's say you want a car like me, a Lamborghini. If that is not more important to you than a fear, I said this in a video 3 years ago, by the way, my real estate story. If you haven't watched it, it's one of the first videos on my channel from 2014. If this thing is not more important than your fear, then fear will outweigh it, and your fear will stop you. The moment this outweighs the fear, you feel it and you're like, you know what, I really want this. Let's do this. And you pick up the phone and you dial and you call and you work through the fear. The metaphor I gave in that video 3 years ago was the fear is going to be like the river flowing under the bridge. The bridge is always going to be on top, which is what you want. And you'll see it and be like, yeah, I acknowledge it. It's fear. I feel it. But it's not going to stop you from doing what you do, because you're going to walk right over that bridge, because you are the bridge. You go over the fear, which is how I can describe it. You go over the fear. So I broke it down some pretty simple concepts this video, and I really, well, number one, I know that it will help you, because as you watch this video over and over and over, it's going to cement further that understanding in your mind. But moving forward, it's already been done. Just listening to this video, I guarantee you, has moved you up a step, and the next time you pick up a phone, you're going to see that it's going to be easier, it's going to feel better, you're going to remember some of these things that I said, and it's going to be a lot more natural and easy for you to actually barrel through any of that nervousness or emotional feeling that you have in that moment, right? So I'll end it here. There's so much more I can talk about. I've gone more in depth in other videos and in some of my programs and stuff like that, but as you can see, this simple reframing process of looking at the same thing in a different way and realizing what it really is changes the whole game, right? So cool, guys. A lot of you have been asking about products that I sell and everything. It's in the description below. You also have a link to my Amazon store, some of the books that I recommend, etc., etc. Go ahead and visit my website, do whatever you want. Be sure that you do like the video, as that helps a lot. Please comment below any tips or strategies that maybe you have done that have helped you or people around you get over this fear of cold calling and approaching people and just engaging in dialogue with strangers. Maybe somebody else will read it and it'll be helpful. Maybe I'll pin a couple comments that I think are extremely helpful and that I find helpful as well, because maybe I can take something from it too. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share, and also browse. I have a lot of old content that will definitely help you out tremendously. Okay, as always, I appreciate you guys coming through and watching the video, and we will see you on the next one.